Warning: the gameplay used in this video does not belong to me. It belongs to the people which will be listed down in the description below. Please give them love, and please, this video also contains flashing lights. Alright, that's all I gotta say for now. So, what exactly is a Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? Well, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was made back in 2005 and ended in 2010, made by a guy named Brian Lee O'Malley. Essentially, there are 6 volumes, and essentially they all follow the adventures of Scott Pilgrim trying to get in love with Ramona Flowers, who has 7 evil exes. Alright, now that we got the gist out of the way, now I can start talking about why this game was probably made. Well, the game was made the movie. The movie was coming out in 2010, and they kind of really needed it. So, the game came out, and the movie came out. Well, the movie, it did pretty well, and the game also did pretty well. Well, I'm gonna say that, doing well is like getting a C. It's good, but it was kind of really diminishing. The movie got not that much in the box office, and the game was kind of obscure. I didn't even know about it till 7 years after its release. So my first time playing it was on the complete edition on the Nintendo Switch. This game was reviewed on the Nintendo Switch, so if there are any issues on it that no one experienced, then I can't really talk for everyone. So let's talk more about this game. Let's go over the first thing I like about this game. The very first thing I like about this game is how it looks. Now, I know a lot of people will agree with me on this, but sprite-based games are by far some of the best aging games. Some games look by far the best when they are sprites. For example, a game released back in 2000 or something, it could look really bad in the 2020s, or it could look even worse. It could even look even worse into the future. However, a sprite-based game that looks highly detailed wouldn't have to really worry about that, as they don't have any really bad things to worry about, because it's sprites, and as long as they're very detailed, then they'll look very beautiful. Another thing I like about this game is the amount of music. The amount of music is by far some of the best. Usually in games they just repeat boss music. However, this game has unique boss battle music for each and every boss, which I find very good, because if they didn't, I wouldn't be mad, but it would just get kind of repetitive. But now that everyone has different types of music, it makes the game feel very different. Every stage, everything makes it feel like a new level, like how every other game makes it feel. Another thing I like is how the bosses are all spread out. There's a lot of bosses, however there's very few bosses as well, so it's not like fighting all of them all at once. So it makes it feel like it's a very, very short game, and it makes it very fun to play through. However, that's where my problem kind of starts with the game. My very first problem is the whole trying to get money type thing. Now, you can get money in one of two ways: grinding, or you can either do this, doing the Konami code. I'm not joking, the Konami code's in this game. And it's pretty okay to use it, but the Konami code ain't really gonna help when you're really trying to fight off a bunch of enemies. They may be asking me, why do we need the Konami code? Well, you kinda need the Konami code to buy items, to buy food, and to buy upgrades for your character. Depends on who you're playing at. Some characters are either really good, or some characters are kind of not that well. All the characters are balanced, however, I just played as one character predominantly. If you do play as one character, it kind of gets really easy to understand them. So let's talk about the co-op. Now, the problem releasing an old game on modern systems is that, it is fun, but the problem with that is, if you're going to do online multiplayer, no one's ever going to really join. And, when you don't have anyone really joining, the servers could crash, everything could really just go wrong. And it kind of makes the whole co-op thing kind of messed up. We all wanted co-op, and yeah, it's pretty dang sad that the co-op isn't really that well working on online. It also kind of saddens me that the levels are kind of really short. The levels are kind of really long, and like they aren't really that well. It's just a lot of things that I want. It's like I want more levels that are shorter. I prefer them over like a long level. That's just me though, but I mean. So another thing I want to talk about is that like the final thing I want to talk about at least is that the Easter eggs. I love them. I absolutely love them. It's not a negative thing. It's by far some of the. They're funny and they're pretty dang good. So overall, what would I give this game? I would give it 7.5 out of 10. Take that as you will.